Ebonee's creativity.
Hey everybody, I'm Ebony. This is Ebonee's Creativity. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. Today I am going to be doing an experiment. So this is a different type of video than what I've done before. I am going to test if spray painting furniture is as durable and long lasting as chalk paint. So we are going to hop right into my little experiment. Hopefully this answers questions that some of you may have. I know for people who aren't furniture painters or who don't refinish furniture regularly, it may be a little bit easier just to whip out some spray paint and go ahead and paint your piece. But I want to know if that is as durable, if it gives the same result, a better result, a similar result. We're going to put those things to the test. So I hope this video is informative. If you find it useful in any kind of way, make sure you leave a comment and tell me your thoughts on the video. Also, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's hop right into the video. Here is the piece that we're going to be working on today, and I got it for free from Facebook Marketplace. As you can see, it is very dirty. So the first thing I'm going to do is start out by cleaning it. So in my bucket here, I have some warm water mixed in with some Dawn and some Awesome, which tends to clean things really well. So I'm just dipping in my water, and I am using a sponge to wipe this down as best as I can. I didn't think it would come completely clean, and it didn't. The lady who gave me this off Facebook Marketplace told me that she had it kind of like in a covered patio area, but it had a lot of dirt on it from being in an outdoor space over time. So I got it as clean as I could. As you can see here, it's really dirty. You can see here on the left is the part that I've cleaned, and on the right it still looks dirty. So I just got it as clean as I possibly could. Here is the paint I'm going to be testing in this video. It is Country Chic paint in the color Vanilla Frosting. And also I am going to be using Rust-Oleum, which is my favorite brand of spray paint, and this is the Ultra Matte. Then I have here my frog tape. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the hardware from this dresser and make a line of tape down the middle just so you guys can see exactly where I'm painting. Then I'm going to go in with this spray paint and just do half of this. I was really surprised at the coverage, even though I love Rust-Oleum paint and I use it all the time. It covered that red so well on the first pass. It was just amazing to me. So I just fall more and more in love with Rust-Oleum spray paint every time I use it. I was thinking about doing a video on how to spray paint things, just because I know things that come easily and naturally to some people may not come so naturally or easily to others. So if you'd like to see a tutorial about how to get a good result with spray paint, leave me a comment and let me know. I'm not sure how many of you would like to see that, but just leave me a comment. And if you need a tutorial on how to get the best result when you spray paint things, I can do that for you. Up next, I am shaking up my paint, and I'm going to be applying paint to the other side of this table, and I am going to be doing that with this Klingon brush, which is my one and only and my favorite paintbrush. I use it literally for everything that I hand paint. So yeah, I'm just going to dip in my Country Chic paint, and then I'm just going to do one nice thick coat of this paint. And this paint really does dry quickly. If you saw the video that I did on this channel with my mom, if you didn't, I will link it above and below. I learned in that video that this paint is really thick, and it really covered the red pigment really nicely as well. She painted over something red without a primer. Normally I prime everything that I paint, so I'm just really shocked at, red is a really hard color to cover up, so I'm just really shocked at how well both of these paints did with covering that on the first coat. If you want to learn more about my painting technique, you can watch any of the furniture flip videos that I have here on the channel. I have quite a few, so if you've not gotten around to watching any of my furniture makeovers, please go ahead and watch a couple of those, particularly the last one with the nightstand. You can really get my technique I think I try to explain it in that video a bit more than I do in others. But basically, I just go back and forth, up and down. I don't really go sideways or any crazy directions. I try to keep a uniform stroke, and that's what works best for me. So at this point, the whole table has been painted, and here on the left side is the spray painted side. So the true white, the brighter color, is spray paint, and then this color here on the right is the chalk paint. So I'm just showing you how that turned out. There is kind of like a texture on this table. You probably can see it in some of the later shots. It looks like somebody did some kind of painting technique. I'm not sure what it would have been called, but anyway, I just did as nice and even of a coat as I could on both halves. So this is what we're looking like after one coat. So I gave that a couple of hours to dry. It was really hot outside on this day, so it dried really quickly. And then I came back to do my second coat. And so basically I'm just doing the exact same thing I did the first time. Just trying not to make any puddles or drips with the spray paint and not to make any harsh brush lines with my paintbrush, and to make sure that I got full coverage and that I didn't miss any areas. So that's what you see me doing here. Here is how this looked after both coats of the paint were dry. And so as you can see, both sides have really good coverage, and I'm very pleased with how they both performed covering over that red paint. So they both get an A from me in terms of coverage. So now both pieces have been painted and they have been allowed to dry for several hours. So I am going to head back out and do some experiments. The first thing I'm going to be doing is a scratch test. The second test I'm going to be doing is a bang test. And the third test I'm going to be doing is a spill test. These are all the scenarios that I could think about that could happen to damage a furniture piece in a home. Whether you're doing something and you nick it by accident, you walk up and kick it or hit it with the side of your shoe. If you've got kids with hard plastic toys and they are on the furniture piece. So I wanted to kind of simulate some household situations and see what happens. So let's hop right into that segment. Okay, so on this test, I am just taking my hammer and a nail. I am doing a couple taps with the hammer. I'm trying to apply the same pressure, and I'm using the same nail and hammer on both sides. I'm trying to make this as fair as possible. What I did notice was that on the side with the spray paint, the gouge was a little bit deeper. And so on the side with the chalk style paint, the gouge was just a little bit less noticeable. I'm not sure how well you can see it on cam, but in person, the winner was the chalk style paint for this test. What you just heard was the bang test. I did give the spray paint side a few extra bangs just because it did have the primer in it and I wanted my test to be fair, but you can see it was still the clear winner. On the chalk painted side, you can see those two little black dots. That is the bang test on this side. And then on the spray paint side, you can see where I'm circling, there's hardly a little dot there. That was the bang test on that side. So even with a few extra bangs, the spray paint was still the clear winner. Lastly is the spill test. So I have some tea in this cup, and I am just going to be using these napkins, the same amount, the same thickness, and I'm just going to be pouring a little dollop of tea on each side, and I am going to be letting it sit for just a few seconds, and then I am going to be wiping that off. So as you can see on the spray painted side, it wiped pretty clean. There was no trace of the tea left on that side. And on the chalk style painted side, it left a stain. So the spray paint is the clear winner on that side as well. I even let this sit out for a few minutes just to see if maybe the tea would soak in or absorb into the chalk paint, but it never did. Here where it was on the spray painted side, there's no traces of it. You can't see it whatsoever, but on the chalk painted side, you can clearly still see it. So that was kind of a bit shocking for me. Normally, I would have used a polyacrylic, and that does help water and liquids bubble off, but I thought the paint would do a lot better in this area, so this result really did shock me. So here's the stain, here's the scratch, and here is the bang. And over here, the bang, the scratch, and this is where the stain was. Okay, so the findings were, as you just saw, that in the scratch test, the chalk style paint clearly won. In the bang test, the spray paint won. And in the spill test, the spray paint won. So I am super shocked by these results. I tried to do the testing as fairly as possible. I don't have any sponsorships or anything. I have no reason to manipulate the results one way or another. What you saw was just what it is. I was surprised with the performance of the spray paint. I thought the chalk paint would win, actually, particularly because that one is clay-based, and I expected it to be much more durable. When I think of clay, I think of like pottery. Things made from clay last super long. So I'm not sure if I didn't give enough drying time, but they both had the same amount of time. So like I said, I did not manipulate the results. I'm very shocked, but I do know Rust-Oleum makes a good spray paint, and that's why when you see me spray paint and stuff on my channel, that's what you see me using. Not sure if a cheaper spray paint would have given me a different result. I'm not sure, but again, I only use Rust-Oleum, so this was a learning experience for me too, so I didn't want to venture out and go try things that I would normally never try. Not sure if a different chalk style paint would have performed differently. I don't know, but if you would like to see me conduct those experiments, I'm willing to do it because I really enjoyed doing this video. So I hope the information that came about was helpful to you. A primer may have made a difference. A top coat may have made a difference. I'm not sure because I just wanted to test the paint itself and not have any other variables. But if you want to see me do any other kind of testing like that, please leave me a comment and let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you found any of this information useful or if you'd like to see similar videos in the future. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have the time, please select another one of my videos to watch from the choices on the screen. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.